got me hot. Yeah. Got me hot.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
We back. Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live, the best show on the internet for you by us. Bro Talk, we're always on the mark. It's your main man, Jason. Welcome to 2021. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's kick it to my main man, Dex. What up, bro?
All right, Dexter Stuckey here. Super excited to be here. I just really wanted to say really quickly that William is not the only person who has secured a sponsorship. My team got together and secured me a sponsorship with Megxit and Quills. So Megxit and Quills is a black-owned royal-inspired collection. There's apparel, there's mugs, there's a bunch of hats that goes with it. I've been struggling with my hair, as we all know, but these Megxit and Quills dad hats have been keeping me sane. A lot of people are watching the show Bridgerton, and a lot of people are obsessed with the royal family. So like this gear that you guys can get is perfect for you. You can go to my Instagram right now. It is currently in my stories. Go ahead and check out Megxit and Quills.
I love it. It's a nice hat. Very nice hat. I love how I tell you to get us a deal and you go get yourself a deal. Ty to God. What up, bro?
It's my team.
Oh, sorry, you're muted. I muted you because you're sorry. There you go. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm just happy to be back, ready to get started and figure out what we're actually talking about.
Absolutely. You know, Dex, one more thing, one piece of advice. Next time, just memorize the copy instead of I can see you looking on screen.
First of all, you're so full of shit. You're not going. My check has been deposited, so you can take my money away. I'm good.
Bill, how are you, sir?
I am well. So while Dex was out securing his own sponsorship, I actually have been working. And I have something for the Bro Talk team coming. I also wanted to plug one of our supporters. Book NCAA's worst punter in 2018, Cole Klubeck.
Oh, my man, Coley.
Yes. While we were in the off season, I assisted him. And he sent me a thank you card, which I'm grateful. So I hope you all check out his book. It is discounted this month for Black History Month. So go ahead and get your copy of the NCAA's worst punter in 2018.
Also, I did
$8 on Amazon. Sorry, go ahead, Dex.
I did purchase that book as well, and actually proceeds of it actually go to a very thing that's near and dear to all of us. It goes back to like Lincoln University, which is where he went and which is where we all went as well.
Shout out to some of the people that's checking in on the chat line. Zuri, what's up? Vance, Dexter talking about you stuttering during the read that you were doing there.
Well, like Jason, look, the thing is, I haven't worked in radio for quite some time, so like I haven't been able to do reads and stuff like that. Like this is my first time really securing a sponsor. Really, this is my first time talking in a couple of weeks, to be honest with you.
Shout out to Latoya, Rashonda, hey y'all, hey. All right, and none other than Shakima.
Bye.
Beautiful. Curtis, what up? Welcome back. We appreciate the love. Continue to check in all night long. Hi, Fatima. How's it going? Someone's a little loud. Can we turn down the volume on someone's? A little bleed over there. All right. And from here, I guess. Okay. There we go. So, okay. Well, we'll just play the song and we'll go. Okay. Let's start with the news this week. The news. So the Republicans are still trying. Oh, Bill, I think that's you. Yeah, it's always Bill and that nasty demon. It's that same demon that was in there last year, Bill. Like, come on.
He needs a new computer.
Get the demon out. Get the demon out. What are we doing here? Like, you're trying to run a professional. Like, get it together, Bill. It's 2021. All right. Moving on, the Republicans are still trying to clean up the mess on aisle one that they left down at the Capitol. In case you didn't hear, Bill got almost exactly what he wanted as a bunch of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol after being encouraged to do so a few minutes earlier by Trump himself in an attempted coup during the election certification. A riot that has led to 5 deaths as a result. Here is New York State Representative AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez describing the scene last night on Instagram.
As I'm hiding in this bathroom, hearing these yells of these men, or just a man, just one man, going, "Where is she? Where is she?" I start to look through the door hinge to see if I can see anything. And there's like a door here and there's like another door here. So I'm like trying to look through two door hinges. And so I look through this door hinge and I see this white man in a black beanie just like open the door of my personal office and come inside the personal office and yell again, "Where is she?" And I have never been quieter in my entire life. And then all of a sudden I hear my staffer G yell out, hey, it's okay, come out. When I come out, and I come out, and this man is a Capitol Police officer. But the story doesn't end. And we couldn't even tell, we couldn't read if like this was a good situation or a bad situation. It was so like, you know, like so many other communities in this country, like just that presence doesn't necessarily give you a clear signal if you're safe or not. And so the situation did not feel okay. And then he just looks at me and yells at me and he just go down and then go to this other building. I'm not gonna like name the specific building, but he basically says, go down and go to this building. But he just says the name of the building. We weren't escorted. He didn't like come with us or follow us or anything like that. So G and I just start running to this other building. We run down and we run to this other building. And it wasn't until we get to that building that we realize he didn't give us a specific location.
So yeah, she was talking about the panic that she ensued, you know, there at the Capitol riot, all caused by, you know, our favorite president, Donald Trump, who was banned shortly thereafter from basically speaking on the internet. We really haven't heard from him since. He's been kind of 0 dark 30. This is the longest we've gone without hearing from Donald Trump, probably in about 50, like since he's been born. Like this is a long time. It's crazy. He's banned from everything. Something that the new White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, I think, is that a silent Psaki or is that I'm not sure if that's a loud Psaki or a silent one. Bill, do you know how she pronounces her name?
I I don't know. Like she's got this red hair going. I like
red hair. Like Saki or something like that. I've been there, but I haven't been watching since Donald Trump is going.
Okay. Well, she said that it was a welcome sight. You know, she was not at all upset that Donald Trump is no longer visible on all of these social networks. So moving on past that, there's always a minion waiting to put everything on the line for Donald Trump, and usually they're stupid, from the lineage of Jeff Sessions, Jim Jordan, Ted Cruz, Tommy Tuberville, and Josh Hawley comes a new demented spawn in the Republican Party. Her name is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Here's video from 2017 when a grown woman named Marjorie Taylor Greene was harassing a child, Parkland shooting survivor, David Hogg.
Yeah. David, why are you supporting the red flag laws? If Scott Peterson, the resource officer at Parkland, had done his job, then Nicholas Cruz wouldn't have killed anybody in your high school, or at least protected them. Why are you supporting red flag gun laws that attack our Second Amendment rights? And why are you using kids as a barrier? Do you not know how to defend your stance? Look, I'm an American citizen. I'm a gun owner. I have a concealed carry carry permit. I carry a gun for protection for myself, and you are using your lobby and the money behind it and the kids to try to take away my Second Amendment rights. You don't have anything to say for yourself? You can't defend.
She's following this kid down the street. What a demented woman. Do you like her mask, Dex?
Why you put me on it? I'm not starting this with you this year. Like, I'm not doing this with you this year.
Just asking if you like the mask.
How would I like it?
I just thought to ask. I figured it's something you might like. She's also a QAnon believer. Shortly after the House vacation, new metal detectors were installed in the Capitol, and Marjorie figured that she labeled them as unconstitutional and refused to pass through them. Here she is wearing the camera out. Look at her counting her fingers. And another thing going on.
Where's the manager?
Something that Nancy Pelosi did not appreciate when she took the stand and talked to reporters.
What are you saying to your members about protecting themselves, and what can be done for them to feel safe?
I do believe, and I have said this all along, that we will probably need a supplemental for more security for members when the enemy is within the House of Representatives, a threat that members are concerned about in addition to what is happening outside. But
what exactly did you mean when you said that the enemy is within? What exactly did
it
you mean
means
by
that we have members of Congress who want to bring guns on the floor and have threatened violence on other members of Congress.
Nancy don't miss no words. Then Marjorie Taylor Greene got into it with another congresswoman, Cori Bush, who berated her in the hallway. Then Cori Bush decided to move her office away because Marjorie was walking around without a mask and yelling at people. So she's got another strike against her. I think Mitch actually condemned her today officially. So she is the new star of the Republican Party. Meanwhile, on Fox News, if you haven't been checking it out, this is what's been happening over the past month.
Yeah, I had, right around the election, I had 1 million followers on Twitter. Now I have under 900,000. Really, I mean, literally in a couple of weeks, I don't know what's going on there, but there's...
That's what they're talking about. Even stuff. And then you had the My Pillow guy.
Down all the way. I just couldn't do anything. And they were running my Twitter like they were me. My friends are going, you're not tweeting very much. And when you do, I said, I'm not doing that. So I tried to take it down, and I got a thing from Germany saying, these are Twitter rules and you cannot do this, take anything down. So they ran my Twitter for about 14 days, 15 days. Then yesterday, they put it back up so I could run it. And I made one tweet, and the tweet was a good letter written by one of my employees because I'm.
What the hell is he talking about?
What does that even mean? They were running my Twitter.
Who is they?
What? Mustache? What are you saying?
Well, I mean, Twitter has been on fire. We've had the busted challenge. We have the silhouette challenge. Donald Trump is in the White House looking at Melania and her bony ass like, you can't even bust it. So he is miserable right now. Like, I feel bad for him.
Then we have my personal favorite.
All right, ready for some humor? Black Lives Matters. That's the humor. No.
Not tonight.
No, Laura has a face that literally only a mother could love. Like, that is an ugly woman right there.
And she's on Fox. Who knows if her mother actually loves her?
Why would you say that?
You know what's sad, though? I honestly have not watched Fox or CNN or any of those news channels since the whole Donald Trump. Like, what am I watching it for?
I watched it a little bit, but because of the election, and then like Donald Trump refusing to leave office, and then Donald Trump leaving Joe Biden outside of the White House, not being able to get in because he sent the whole staff home. Like, after that whole thing, I needed a little tiny break.
They asked me to run it back, so you guys are ready? Here we go.
All right, ready for some humor? Black Lives Matters. That's the humor. No.
Why do we think that stuff like that is funny? Like, what is wrong with us?
It's because she's so corny. Like, I hate her. Like, what is wrong with her?
Very ugly.
Oh my goodness.
She is actually pretty ugly. Her head is like long. It's like weird looking.
How would she say that? Like, what's the motivation?
She looks like
just want to
Squidward's
crap
house.
on black people.
She looks like Squidward's house on SpongeBob. Like it's just big and long and ugly.
It's the most ridiculous thing. Do you think the Republican Party is in good hands with Marjorie Taylor Greene?
I mean, if they are looking to return to the slave trade, whipping the Negroes, and keeping the blacks entering through the back, they're absolutely in good hands. They are.
That chick is nuts. That chick is nuts.
I'm telling you, y'all need to start putting blood in her mouth. I bet you she won't got so much to say. Yeah, it's about the energy. Like people only keep that energy when they know you won't do anything. Like, as soon as you haul off and knock her damn nose in, now she, one of them hit me.
Meanwhile, the Democrats were getting loud.
When I tell you, I was watching the inauguration live, and when that happened, I screamed, like literally screamed out loud. What are you doing?
Jesus. That was one of those moments that was like had you on the floor. Like Jennifer, first of all, how'd you get up there? Second of all, now that you are there, do not do that. What was that?
Why are you getting loud? But this land was made for you and me.
Yeah, she made that know everything she had, and it was like unnecessary.
When she got to talking in Spanish, I thought baby was talking in tongues. I was like, ooh, I quit so hard.
She literally copied and pasted the same performance from last year's Super Bowl. And it's just like, J-Lo, you're not going to do nothing original?
Oh, Lord. J-Lo declared war.
Those are like the only words she knows how to speak in Spanish. She probably said, my name is Jennifer Lopez.
I realistically thought she said, let's get loud in Spanish. Well, you'll have to translate for us.
Listen, for me, if you run that video back, if you peep the babushka in the back with that head wrap, you're shaking her head like, who is this? That's what does it for me.
Oh, Lord, I can't take you guys. Well, something a little more familiar happened in America on that day, January 20th. There were celebrities, there was memes, there was pomp and circumstance and ushering a new administration. So what are you guys' biggest takeaways from inauguration? Were you bored?
Sleepy.
No, I think I was texting y'all the whole time making fun of people. Like I had a good time during the inauguration.
I didn't even watch the whole thing.
My favorite part of the inauguration, though, was setting my alarm for 7:30 in the morning to watch Donald Trump walk out of the White House one last time. Like I made sure that I saw that, and it was the most pathetic thing in the world. Like he looked so pathetic when he walked out of the White House.
He really did. It was like
speech, and he was like talking in front of all these people, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool or whatever. They were not showing the crowd that much, but you saw like some family members and stuff. But then the camera never got off of him. So then him and Melania got back on the jet. How about every single person that was in the audience got on the jet with them? And I'm just like, you could have kept this speech. Nobody's there.
Listen, and CNN had to throw a couple of jabs, and they were like, if Donald Trump gives his last speech in front of a pitiful crowd, I'm like, y'all did enough. Like, okay, we don't need that.
He said, if Joe raises your taxes, just know I told you so.
What really did
some form or fashion.
What did it for me was afterward when him and Melania went over to like the family, and they were just like, "Thank you." Like you didn't give hugs, you didn't give kisses to
your family members.
Those are your family. But he's named after you. He was just like, "Thank you." Shake his hand, handshake. Thank you.
People are talking about the fashions, like they really enjoyed the fashions of not just the women, because they. One thing I will say though, they gave credit to everybody. There was a guy who was wearing like Jordans, and then there were like Biden's
He
kid.
did. That was Kamala's like brother-in-law or something like that.
He wore Jordans and they were nice. They were like $2,000 pairs of Jordans. Like her whole family like had on Jordans. They talked about Kamala's outfit. They talked about Michelle Obama's outfit, Joe Biden's outfit. Nobody mentioned Hillary Clinton's outfit. Like not a soul. And she gave y'all a little ruffled number. She tried. And nobody.
I mean, it's the same ruffled number we get every time. Like, what do you mean?
It was that same ruffled pantsuit. See, she came waddling on in there with that quarantine weight, knowing she ain't seen Bill. And listen, she ain't even been quarantining with him. She been quarantining with her wife. Okay. And Bill
probably didn't recognize Bill. We damn sure didn't.
No, she didn't. Bill didn't recognize Bill. He was like, "Oh, I wonder, who the hell is this guy?"
The Jordans were Dior Jordans.
They were.
Yeah, they were Dior ones.
Oh, how
she does.
Dion wants to know where our $2,000 is.
Ain't getting it.
And that's another thing. Joe said, this is before we went on break. Joe said, if you guys get these guys in Georgia, $2,000 is coming your way. Soon as he got sworn in, he was like, I'm at $1,400.
He said I meant a total of 2,000. That's what he said. That's what he tried to get away with it.
Don't make no sense.
I meant a grand total on top of the 600 that you already got.
And we didn't get that, and I haven't been paying attention to that's coming.
What day are we on? What day is this at him being the president?
No, he in his 100 days. Let's hurry up.
He's in his first 100 days. Y'all still got student loans? Did y'all?
My payment still said it was coming due. So
they hit the pause on that thing, and that's about it. And that's all you get. And I told you that's all I was getting. I said
somebody needs to craft us up a letter and ship it off to find out. Do we have to fax our student loans over? Do we? How that's happening?
You can fax over your payment because they're not doing nothing.
One more thing I heard, they said like this year, tax refunds are going to be a little bit less. And why? Because my job didn't take less taxes from me. So why is my refund going to be less?
And
they sure ain't paid me no more.
No.
And actually, that's something he needs to fix because Donald Trump done screwed up the tax system for the middle class people and who are some of y'all poors. And we didn't get as much as we normally do. So that has to be fixed as well. Joe got a lot of work to do.
He got some work, don't he?
So the problem is he's probably asleep right now. That's the problem.
Sleepy Joe.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention the most viewed versus battle of all time between Keisha Cole and Ashanti. Although we were waiting and waiting and waiting, Dex, I blame you.
Look, at the end of the day, my birthday was last week, and which was the week before the Versus. At one point, Ashanti jumped on that Versus stage and literally performed a concert for me and only me, a pre-birthday concert. And I know it was for me and only me because nobody else knows those songs besides me. I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Well,
and she won the Versus.
When Keisha Cole did come on, she did kind of have an attitude.
Okay. Hello, guys. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Hey.
Can I see me bigger, please?
Thank you.
Ashanti?
Sis.
Can you hear me?
KC. I can hear you, mommy.
That's lit. That's lit. That's lit. Finally here. I don't know who's all attending because at this point we running way too behind. But you look beautiful.
You look beautiful too.
You look absolutely amazing.
You look absolutely amazing.
Okay, cut
too.
Ashanti up just a little bit, please.
Let me move the mic in a little too.
So what's going on? How we about to get this G thing started?
Listen, let's start it. They ready. Start it off, KC.
Hell no. We already said you was getting the start off.
I've been warming them up.
Not a problem. Let's start when I change my mind. Let's go.
Ready.
Let's do it.
Kanye West. Let's do it. Just very nice, snippy, right?
She said, "Not a problem." Let's start it up. Let's go with the biggest record that I have.
When I was going off for her, everybody had a problem that I was going off for her. Y'all didn't know she was nasty like that, but I did. I tried to warn you.
I actually didn't know she was nasty like that because I never paid her any attention in her whole career.
Not a problem.
And then she had like 3 reality shows. I mean, somebody should knew she was nasty by now. But
you heard what she said? Can you move the mic up? You heard what she said? Can you turn Shanti up? Shanti said, I can move my mic up a little bit.
See, that's one thing I don't like. Like that's like when I'm like Ashanti seemed like she was trying to be nice and cordial, and Keisha came off with that energy. Like that's when my whole energy is going to flip. I'm like, well, wait a minute now. I didn't know we was having that type of battle, but it can definitely be that type. Hopefully, I didn't watch, but hopefully Ashanti started standing up for herself eventually.
She did. There was a part now, Jason. I don't know if you have. There's a part in there where they were like shouting out the sponsors and stuff, and they was like, "Oh, shout out to Ciroc." And Keisha Cole was like, "Oh, Ciroc didn't give me no check," and Shanti was like, "Oh, they gave me one."
oh.
And then there was another part where they actually argued with each other. Like Keisha Cole kept playing all this music or whatever, and Shanti's like, "We should stop." But Keisha Cole kept going and playing all this music. So then they came back after a break. Yes, they took a break after being 2 hours late. And then she goes, all right, Shanti, you starting it off. And Shanti's like, no, you got to start it off. She was like, Keisha Cole was like, nigga, you gonna start it off. And she was like, what?
Well, that Von.
Yeah, we started it off the first time. We're not gonna start it off again.
He told us that Keisha and her sister was gutter snipes, so I guess we should have listened.
Gutter snipes.
Well, Keisha did apologize to everybody. She went on Instagram and talked to her. I think it's her brother or something about the whole situation.
I want to apologize for not sitting my ass in that seat, okay? Because I was there and I should have sat down. I should have just sat in the seat, no matter if I felt like, you know, the visual wasn't clear, or, you know, they said my music wasn't gonna be right or whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? I think that more so than anything, people wanted me to sit. Be present. When I was literally in the back and I was, you know, putting on my last touches or whatever, and I'm looking at the video from back, you know, like in my dressing room. We did it at the studio. And I said, why does my picture look so dark?
Right.
And so soon as that happened, OT came back and said, you know, they got to fix like the internet connection, because you're going to be experiencing another situation. Right. You know, like when Teddy Riley went, you know, and it was like the picture wasn't clear, the visual wasn't clear, you know, the sound wasn't good. So I was really skeptical about that. I was just like, I don't want to go on and they not see me, and I'm looking blurry. The connection is not right and everything like that. I said, y'all need to fix that first, and then I'm gonna go out there. People know that I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like, that's just the bottom line. That's the type of person I am. Right. But once I got there and I sat in the seat and we said we was, you know, I just wanted to hurry up and start. And it wasn't until like the third song where I had to pull back and say, you know what? Let me say, you know what I'm saying? That I apologize for this or whatever. And I said, you know, thank y'all for coming and thanking y'all for being a part of it. And it's the third time that this is happening, you know what I'm saying? And all that, like, so.
Well,
all of that. Like,
we don't care. Like, we literally don't care. You have the same amount of Grammys as all of us. Like, there's no talent there. Like, just shut up. Like,
she apologized.
Who cares? Keep your apology. Just be on time. Like, you are so ridiculously ghetto and lack talent. Like, you are like please.
She sang well. She sang well. Dex.
She sang well. Who? Yeah, for the two of them, she sang well, I guess.
I just think that overall, I think Keisha Cole fumbled in this situation because, like, they both were like, "Oh, we got new singles coming out." Ashanti 235, I Want You is out right now. They both have singles that they promoted during the live, and Keisha was the very next day. I went to go listen to her single, and she goes, "Oh, it's not gonna be out until February 14th." I said, "Don't worry about it. Girl. We good." She also blocked me that night too on social media because I said Ashanti won. So,
like, the thing is about these artists, I don't think that they realize is that once they end up, you know, like once they end up on Versus, it's kind of like we're kind of done with your career in a sense. I'm not saying that they're completely washed, but we're not really looking for new music. That's why we're listening to the old stuff on repeat.
I don't know.
What you mean? Okay, so which artist has come out with a song after Versus that has done well?
Well, Jason, I don't watch Versus. I don't know. I don't watch Versus, but I disagree that means that they're done. I don't necessarily think that means that they're done.
They've had a career.
The only one who's done a versus that can go and drop a hit afterward is Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. He's the only one.
I think versus gives people like another like introduction to a lot of these people. Like Nelly is a good example of that. He did versus and then he did Dancing with the Stars, and now Nelly's literally everywhere. His endorsement deals.
Yeah, but if Nelly released a new song, it would go aluminum.
We don't know that. We don't know that. Brandy had an album.
Okay.
Brandy had an album in the midst of her verses. Like I don't agree with that.
Did that album do well? No, I'm just asking. I would
charts. The only charts I worry about are Industry Friends and Bro Talk Live.
And I'm not saying that these people are dead like Monica. Like Monica, she's like she can release a single. I'm just saying her releasing it after verses isn't going to do anything more than what it would have done if she just released it.
Now that's not true because Ashanti released 235 I Want You the day of verses, and
what has that done?
She was doing very well on those iTunes charts. I can guarantee you if she would have done that before, if she would have released that before, it wouldn't have done anything at all. So I definitely think the verses boosted like the fact that she released the song out, put a song out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A woman by the name of Sabrina Peterson has made T.I. and Tiny publicly deny allegations that she's making that the two facilitated sexual abuse with multiple young women over the years. So now Sabrina was on Instagram explaining why she'd been so critical of T.I. for so many years. And she shared her trauma about him holding her at gunpoint. But the result was woman after woman taking to Instagram to tell Sabrina about their own stories about T.I. The women say that T.I. and Tiny would invite them back to hotels and pressure them to take drugs and to take off their clothes and have sex with them or other people that were present. Some say that they lost consciousness while with T.I. and Tiny, or woke up without remembering the previous night. Sabrina even posted some screenshots of these accusations that girls were texting her while she was on Instagram to her Instagram story, trying to corroborate her allegations. Tiny ended up defending her husband and posted this picture of T.I. holding Sabrina's sons and a picture from 2019 that Sabrina posted with the caption, "They're going to T.I.'s training school." I would assume it's the last part of that. Tiny recaptioned it and said, "Hold up. So you want your abuser to train your sons? He was just uncle 2 years ago. Now, when did you say my husband assaulted you? Did you change your mind or change it back? What's up with you today, Pooh? I'm confused. Stop harassing my family. You strange. Everybody know you've been special. Please get help, but leave us alone." They also released this statement officially through their
that's right.
press release. Mr. and Mrs. Harris want to be on record and more importantly want the public to know that they emphatically deny in the strongest way possible the egregious, appalling allegations being made against them by Sabrina Peterson. The Harrises have had difficulty with this woman for well over a decade. They're taking this matter very seriously, and if these actions don't end, they will take appropriate legal action. Sabrina responded by taking a lie detector test. She just went and got it done. She went and got it done. And in the test, you can see question 1 says, in 2007, did T.I. point a gun to your head? The answer was yes. 2007, did T.I. point a gun to your head in Tamika's home? The answer was yes. Did T.I. threaten you with a gun pointed to your head? The answer was yes. And no significant reactions. Indicative of deception, 98%.
In Tamika's home.
So that doesn't necessarily corroborate the bill.
That's a little interesting.
I didn't get it till Dex started laughing. Yes. So yeah, 98% that she's telling the truth with that. Now, that, like I said, doesn't corroborate the other claims that other people have made. But how does this make you feel? These allegations? A little strange.
I would like to know, where do people get? We should take a lie detector test on Bro Talk. Apparently, they sell them motherfuckers on Amazon. We should get a lie detector test.
They're $650. She posted the receipt too, like the purchase.
She paid $650 to take a lie detector test.
Yeah.
A lie detector test because it's not even 100%. Like it's not admissible in court because it's not 100% accurate. You paid $650 for that.
98%.
98% is not 100%, which means there's room for error and it's not admissible in court. So she can take the lie detector test. If they go to court, there are no lie detector tests. They're inadmissible.
I just think it's silly. Like a lot.
That's
like
just for the gun pointing. Like I said, there were about 30 people that she posted. I was actually looking at it live when it was happening, and you were just reading the stories, and they were all similar. But it was a lot of people. So it's kind of like it's a lot of people to be lying.
In the words of my good friend Hazel London, people bring guns in their car all the time. So if nobody pulled the gun and shot you in your face, it don't matter. It is what it is. Like you didn't get shot by this gun. So you talking about somebody pulled a gun on you? People pull guns all the time.
Dex, that's a threat. You can't do
What?
that.
I don't even think if it's just me and you and I pull a gun on you and I don't shoot you, you're really gonna say, "Oh, Dexter pulled a gun on me"?
I can go to the police with that. Dex, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
brandishing a weapon is a crime.
Y'all stop, man. Y'all stop.
Yeah, you damn near jumped out their car when someone flashed the gun that was in the holster at you. But you're telling somebody else they can get a gun pointed at them?
Okay, did you go to the? You didn't even go to the doctors or the hospital or police office the day it happened. So you wasn't that hurt by it. When Will put that gun up on me, I texted Jason immediately. Like, oh my god!
Put that gun up on me.
Immediately.
You let him feel the heat, Bill. You let him feel that heat.
and you know it. Know it.
Yeah, Will is so this boy gonna come up on me and be like literally was like flirting with me and gonna stick his like gun on my hip, and I'm like, I will beat the shit out of you in here. What's wrong with you? Like it was crazy.
Bill, is that a new Goldie or is that same one?
That's same Goldie, but I don't use Goldie anymore. Ask Dex. I'm out here.
Gotta get some reinforcements.
Jason, no, seriously, I just want to just set the scene for you guys. I went to lunch with Will and Ty while we were on break. And Will put that gun up on me, and I looked at Ty like, oh my God. Ty really was like, if you say something about it, I got you too, and pulled up his shirt and showed me his gun too. They both have guns. I'm this girl. I'm Sabrina. Love you tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened?
Yep.
That did not happen.
You hear him lying, right? You hear him lying.
Now I'm gonna take a lie detector test next week, and we'll prove this is true.
Run up your 650 because you're not telling the truth, bro.
Bill, they want to know is your gun gold as well. You can't tell that because of police, right? You can't tell the police that, right? Because then they know.
No, nobody walking around with a fancy gun. Like you can have a fancy knife, but guns that we don't play with that.
you got to be able to.
All right. Bill, since this is Black History, right? Black History Month, right? And I saw you put a Facebook post about Mansa Musa. You want to go ahead and tell the folks about that if they don't know?
Wait, before we do this,
I'm going to preface this by saying I don't like Black History Month because we're Black every day, and we literally have contributed everything that humans use.
Okay, Dex, is it worth you interrupting this?
Yeah, because what he's about to say, I don't really think it's that important. Let me ask you, Will.
That aside, Mansa Musa was the richest person in the world. Happy Black History Month.
There you go.
We doing this all month? Like he gonna give a fact all month?
I just saw he posted on Facebook and I said he didn't save this for the show. So
Dex, ain't you from Mississippi? You don't want to need the facts. All you know is cotton.
I'm from the South.
Hold up, Dex, is that a new hat?
There's another Mexican Quills exclusive hat.
Cute. I like that one. I'm gonna have to get me that
one. From Texas.
So anyway, Will, I just want to ask you this question. I saw you post this meme yesterday, and it was like it's in line with what we're talking about. It was like today's the first day of Black History Month, and it was Dr. Umar, and it was like he's
we're moving along.
It's like he was upset because
Jason, we are moving along. We are moving.
Hold on, I want to know what
he about to pull a stunt. Come on, Wig.
He's talking about this tweet that Bill lifted from somebody else.
I missed it.
So I started to do this thing where I would go through your timeline and I would like copy and paste different things that you were saying into like Twitter. And like they were coming up a lot with other people who said it before you. So like, are you stealing tweets and posting them as your own?
You're copy and pasting things off my timeline.
You copied and pasted his tweets?
Yeah, I mean, at home, I'm working quarantine. I have a lot of time in my hand, but obviously you do because you're copying and pasting other people's stuff and you're presenting it as your own. Are you okay? Why are you doing that?
You should probably spend a little more time in the gym and not on my timeline.
Well, quarantine, so it's closed, but you post all day long with the shoot.
But your home, your kitchen seems to be open, so you should close your kitchen.
Step in faith. Close your faith. Stop stealing.
How much do we get off for the hat if we use your code?
You guys don't get anything off it.
Oh, are you really sponsored then?
Oh, oh no, we're not letting you have
Did
that.
they pay you? Or
No, we're not letting you. We're not letting you sell that on the show no more unless you're giving us nothing off. Bill, you need to tell them how it works. You at least was giving us 10% off, wasn't you? 15% off.
Dex is from like some backwoods in Mississippi or Alabama or something. You know he don't know much.
Right,
He's
we need a promo code. That's what
he's not well read. He eats like pig's feet. He ain't got no hair. You know.
Oh, we're done. We're moving on.
I just really want to be quick, like just to say that if you look at the comments on the social media thread, well, they're actually Team Dex. They're really upset with you body shaming and whatnot. We don't do that. It's 2021. We don't do stuff like that. So you should.
That's who said you was dry snitching, Dex.
And guess who don't care?
Why is Shaquem in Facebook jail? Like, what is happening? In the comments. What is going on?
Dex don't eat yams.
What is going on?
What's happening, everybody?
Dex don't eat yams. Oh, she's back. Okay, there we go.
Dex don't eat yams. He sure hogged down them hog maws and then pigs feet.
I love how that was her returning comment. Dex don't eat yams. Wonderful. A little bit of Black History instant classic happened literally just last night. LeBron James made an instant classic Black History Month moment when he got a family of 4 white people kicked out of a basketball game for heckling him during said game. It was quite dramatic here, as you can see. The woman yelling at LeBron and fixing her ponytail, very upset. LeBron talked about it after the game, saying, I love the fans, but I don't take that kind of talk from anybody. There's a line that should never be crossed. She came at me with the blatant disrespect, so I told them to sit their ass down. I thought I was talking to a father and a daughter until she started calling him husband. I was stunned.
Oh, no, you didn't.
You know he's automatically nominated once again for Man of the Year just because of this.
He asked, "Oh, that was nasty."
I thought I was talking to a father and daughter. No, I was stunned. I was beside myself. I couldn't believe it.
Long live King James.
Black History Month. Tiffany Trump. I mean, whoever this girl is, she decided to
call her Tiffany Trump.
She decided to talk on Instagram about the situation.
Oh, girl.
I'm minding my own business, and Chris has been a Hawks fan forever. He's been watching the games for 10 years, whatever. He has this issue with LeBron. I don't have an issue with LeBron. I don't give a fuck about LeBron. Anyway, I'm minding my own business, drinking my wine, having fun. All of a sudden, LeBron says something to my husband, and I see this, and I stand up and go, "Don't fucking talk to my husband." And he looks at me and he goes, "Sit the fuck down, bitch." And I go, "Don't fucking call me a bitch. You sit the fuck, get the fuck out of here." And I go, "Don't fucking talk to my husband like that. Don't talk to my husband." And he literally was like, "Fuck you, bitch. Sit down, bitch." And all of a sudden, now I'm getting kicked out. Excuse me, I have courtside seats that I pay for. Fuck you, LeBron. You're a fucking pussy. Get the fuck out of here. You're going to let a 25-year-old girl intimidate you during a game? Bye, bitch.
25.
I love when these people get on these things and refer to themselves as little girls when they're 25 years old. You're not a girl.
The one thing, and they have dubbed her courtside Karen. The one thing about these courtside Karens, they age like bananas.
Rotten bananas, baby. Where are you 25 at? 25, that's what she look like?
Not that. Nobody's shaming at all. I'll take that down.
She decided to apologize and say, to say things escalated quickly at yesterday's game is an understatement. And I want to apologize for losing my cool and removing my mask in the heat of the moment. My husband is a huge sports fan. We are also Trump supporters, and we passionate people. And let's be real, sports wouldn't be sports without a little trash talking, you know. What should have been a quick back and forth between two adults got out of hand, and my natural instinct to stand up for the man I love kicked in.
He does not love that man.
Did I get defensive when that happened? Yes. Did I use offensive language when I couldn't take the higher road? Yes, Michelle Obama is very upset. And for these things, I take full responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what, though? I will say this, though. Cortai Karen is crazy as hell and like very entertaining. She'll probably be on one of those Real Housewives shows very soon. But for Tim, take note. If I'm somewhere and LeBron and I say something to LeBron James, you better get your ass up and cuss him out too. Like that's what I want. Like you better cuss whoever it is. You better cuss them out. I love that.
I didn't look at the comments while I was doing the segment, and from the start of the segment to the end, I had like 67 comments. Guys are pissed. I'm scared to even open those. Should Courtside Karen have been kicked out? Do you think? I don't
Absolutely.
care.
Absolutely.
Why not?
We have to start. We got to start setting examples. No, that ain't Aubrey O'Day. Aubrey O'Day look like she ate Courtside Karen now. No, seriously, like we really do have to start holding people accountable. And if kicking you out of a sports event, which by the way, we're in quarantine, if kicking you out of this event is holding you accountable, then you got to go. I think it's crazy that people are talking about this girl and giving her interviews now, to be honest with you.
She's about to probably get her way into a reality show, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put her ass out and cancel them courtside, cancel them season tickets, girl.
Yeah.
And while they at it,
they were on the road. They were on the road.
What?
I was saying they were on the road, so they were in Atlanta, so she is an Atlanta resident and an Atlanta season ticket holder. So they're not LeBron.
Oh, she's about to be on Real Housewives
of Atlanta.
Because they don't tell her to stay out of women's business.
I'm thinking Nene spot. You ever picture this guy? Like LeBron called him old, and I would really love to see this guy.
Oh, he's
old. I'll find a picture. He's very old.
He's old.
He might as well be like, what's the one that was dating that V Stiviano?
Yes.
He's like 9,000. He's dying.
He's kind of jacked though. He takes a little steroids. He's got a little pump. So but yeah, he definitely looks like he has a lot of money. Does a lot of drugs. I'm not going to say what drugs.
His face is a leather tie.
And yeah, he shoots steroids into his buttocks. Absolutely, 100% sure.
So wait, so this happened in Atlanta, Jason?
Yeah, this happened in Atlanta.
Y'all don't give a shit in Atlanta, do y'all? Y'all just don't care. Y'all be at the games. Y'all be at the hookah lounges. Y'all just don't club.
We gotta go. Like it's 5 minutes before we're supposed to end, and we haven't even gotten the Q&A.
I got a question. I got a question.
All right, it is time for Q&A.
Let's do Mary.
Oh,
that's not the Mary you're thinking about.
No.
I didn't even think about that until you said it. I didn't think about that.
Off of here, because you won't have to be involved in no scandal.
Lord have mercy.
Immediately, Dex says, "Let's do Mary."
My Lord, tonight.
So is that the first one we're doing?
Is it good?
Yeah, it's the longest one though.
Well, we ain't got time for all that.
It's good. Let's read it.
Come on, put out Mary.
Let's make it one good one.
All right.
Can you say?
I had an out of the blue visit from CPS last week. I was shocked and nervous because I've never had to deal with them before. CPS is Child Protective Services, for those of you that don't know. Apparently, someone claimed my son, 7M, I don't know what that means, was locked in his room for days. I have no idea where the merit was for this, but that's what they reported. They inspected my place and talked with me about my children. My daughter, 10-year-old female, okay, even told them, we don't even have a lock on our door. The social worker told me everything seemed great and she was going to close the report. Today, my daughter was playing Mario Kart with her friend online and they were being very competitive. I told her to quiet down and eventually stopped her from playing because she was getting too loud. Flash forward an hour, the police are at my door saying that someone called saying they heard abuse happening in my apartment. I let them in and my daughter instantly said, sorry, I was yelling because I was playing Mario Kart. To which one of them laughed because they play Mario Kart too and probably understood why someone would yell.
Okay, girl.
I apologized and told them we would work on our inside voices. Oh, she definitely beat them kids.
Mm.
They found everything to be fine and left. I was talking with my husband, and now that we know our neighbors are the concerned party, we want to write out some letters or something so we can get some peace. Right now, I feel super uncomfortable living in my apartment, and it's exhausting. My sister, however, feels I should take a legal route for harassment. She feels like it's more of a spite thing than actually being concerned because they have never reported anything before, and we have been neighbors for 4 years now. What's the question?
What are we supposed to? What question is it?
So I'm just sitting here like I'm the only person that's bored with this. You should have really
Bored
deleted
to tears.
to be honest with you. What's
Jason
next?
told me, let's make it one good one. Like we was about to go in, boy.
That's right.
What else?
I thought she was throwing off the roof or something.
She is throwing them babies up the roof though.
Oh yeah. By the way, you can't take legal action for harassment if someone is reporting to a child line or wherever is going on wherever you live. So you can go ahead and move on with that. Next, or we.
I mean, because my lord.
What you want us to do?
they can keep calling. You can't do anything.
Stop beating on your kid.
Like, they're probably watching this show like, I'm never watching this shit again. Ain't she gonna beat the kids because she mad?
If she wrote this show, she know what kind of advice we give.
I know
So
they
she
really do. Like we only occasionally give real advice.
But not here. We don't got nothing for you.
And not on no season premiere, honey. This is not the occasion.
No, we told y'all the type of ratchet stuff we like to hear, and that wasn't it.
No, it wasn't ratchet. There aren't any real ratchet ones.
Who was that? Like, no, don't write this.
I called it Mary.
Listen, if y'all got to stop with all these real life problems, y'all need to go see therapy. There are places and people to deal with your issues, baby. We are not the place. We are not the people. We're not therapists. We want ratchet stuff. Y'all know the kind of stuff we want. Your brother got out of jail. He poisoned up the whole family. Your sister sleeping with your dad or your husband or your baby. Like, we want the good stuff. We don't care nothing about you beating on your baby.
We want to find out that you're dating your aunt through catfish. That's what we want to know.
All right, noted. And we'll move on. For more questions, hit us up, brotalklive.com/questions.
Jason and Company. Jason and Company. Yo.
All right, guys, you guys will be very excited to hear that although Trump is gone, he will not be forgotten from the show. Look at that. Look at that text. That's so happy.
You know, that's my boy. I love Donald Trump. I'm leaving it alone.
So yeah, we're going to have a segment called Back in the Day. As we all know, Donald Trump is a big part of the show. And while most of us were glad to see him leave, we also can't believe what actually happened over the last 4 years actually happened. And a lot of it happened so fast that, frankly, we forgot about it. So in order to not let the Republicans try to sweep this under the rug and forget how much utter stupidity they've excused over the last 4 years, we have a new game. It's called Back in the Day.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days.
Oh, Donald, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Which Trump year was that? Let's go ahead in the comments and let us know.
Trump had year one.
That was the year that Shakima got married, which, if I'm not mistaken, was 2017. When did you get married? What year did you get married? Because that is when the solar eclipse came and people were making fun of him because he was looking up at the sky without putting the glasses on, and that was supposed to blind you if you were to do that. But I don't remember what year that was.
I'm going to say year 2 because it sounds good. 2's a good number. I might be thirsty a little bit.
It might be year 2. Favorite scripture, 2 Corinthians.
Okay.
2 Corinthians. I read the Bible. I love the Christians. The Muslims, not so much.
Ty, what year did you get married?
Oh, shit.
You don't know, Ty? What the hell?
2017, I think.
Didn't this happen in 2017? Final answer.
2017. Okay, so that would be year 2, correct?
Yeah.
You are correct. Year 2. Good job. September 2017. We had that. So there we go. The first iteration of the new era of Trump on the show. This new game called Back in the Day. You guys like it? We good?
Love it.
I think we should get it going.
All right, cool. All right, more from Jizza time. Better luck. Of course, we have the videos here. A rapper by the name of Sauce Walker is a rapper from Houston who decided to set a new trend with implanting a diamond into his face. No chains, no rings. Put it right in your face. Here he is talking about it.
It's a lot for you, because they ain't stopping her. Yeah, I'm the kid that did. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking drip guard. You don't see this shit? Yeah, dripping and splashing in the high fashion. I took a chip, fell in the drip, and it frozen above the lip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this ain't never been done before, and it'll never be done again. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, what you niggas gonna do to beat this? How you gonna do? Where you gonna put a diamond in? What you gonna do? Put it in your cheekbone? We gonna do put it in your chin? What you gonna do? Put a big ass diamond, put it in your forehead? Who you think he is? Who you think he is? The Avatar? What you gonna do? Blow up? Shut the fuck up! I won. It's over, nigga. The game has been beaten. Now hold on. I gotta let my shit heal before I fuck up my spiel, because this motherfucker is real. And I will. Hold on. Where's my birth certificate for my diamond? My diamond got birth certificate. Can I please get my birth certificate? Because this is G.I. Go get it, nigga. Put that phone down, nigga. Rambo. If they damn know. Hold on. This is GIA certification. Yeah, this is a $250,000 precious stone. Hold on. Let me take bitch to
Get his Instagram in my inbox right now. I am a fan. This man said the game has been beaten, like dripping and splashing. I love
Rick James is once quoted as saying, "Cocaine is a hell of a drug."
I want some.
And this man reminds me of when Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown used to do that show back in the day. Being Bobby Brown, it was that coon there is high as a kite.
I love it.
No, he is probably like high off Adderall or some crazy mess like that. Like what
that is pure cocaine right there in syrup.
That's fresh out of the jungle there.
That's coke and syrup.
But you know, there's another rapper that I saw recently who got like a diamond in his forehead or something like that. That's Little Uzi or something like that.
Well, that's what that was the next person in this this little competition.
Little
Uzi said he's been paying for a natural pink diamond from Elliot, I guess the jeweler, for years now. This one stone cost so much I've been paying for it since 2017. That was the first time I saw a real natural pink diamond. A lot of M's in my face. He's gonna get it put right in between his eyes, kind of like the Avatar, as Sauce Walker kind of described there. So yeah, who you think will be what's the hotter look, the Avatar look or the teardrop?
Neither one.
Avatar, isn't that other superhero that has that diamond in his head?
Yes, exactly. That's what I said. It will look like the Avatar.
And then Avatar.
And they had a diamond on layaway. How dreadful.
Why would he say he had it on layaway?
And then 2017. So that means when Donald Trump was not putting on those glasses and looking up in the sun, you went to the jeweler and was like, I'm going to start paying my down payment.
Finance a diamond for your forehead?
So which one are you going with?
In the comments,
with the guy with the coke.
The coke?
Well, they both
coke and daggers.
They both doing something.
Huh?
They both doing something. At least, I'm gonna go with the first guy because I think he was entertaining, and at least he had the money to get his diamond put in. Uzi, you're still paying. Your diamond's still on layaway. So like,
his diamond's on layaway. He doesn't even have it. The guy was holding it up to his head, saying, "This is where I'm gonna put it," and took it back. You don't own that diamond currently, so no, you don't. You lose there.
When
you
the check
you could afford it.
What's the most on brand? Tory Lane said that him and Chris Brown have a song coming.
Oof. Oh,
Makes sense.
Birds of a feather.
Is that what it's called? Oh, I was about to say.
No, that's not what it's called. I'm just saying the phrase.
I was about to say.
The name of their song might be a Michael Jackson remake called "Beat It."
Could you imagine if that was the name?
I thought it was Birds of a Feather. I was about to say, oh my.
Just a real quick interruption and a shout out to Matthew Winter because he sent me this guy's Instagram right away, and I really appreciate it.
All right. So is that more on brand than the City Girls holding a concert in the middle of a pandemic? And listen to all this breath in the air. Listen to all that breath.
Is that Atlanta or Miami?
In Florida, probably. That's where they're.
Yeah, let me. Wait. It looked like Florida.
That's a lot of breath. That's a lot of breath.
That would have been lit if it wasn't the pandemic. No, it did look kind of fun.
Yeah.
Who would you rather go see in the concert in the midst of a pandemic? Little Bow Wow or the City Girls?
Bow Wow. Nobody else going to be there. We could socially distance easily.
They was packed in Houston, Todd. They was packed for Little Bow Wow.
For real?
Yes, it was packed. The club was packed.
What did
and then he got mad because he got blamed for it.
It is your fault.
What did he perform?
You know, like, music. No, old music. At this point, people are like, people, they're desperate for it to go out and stuff like that. So they were literally, you got to be desperate if you're going out to watch Lil Bow Wow perform.
Bow Wow said he's making a new album, by the way, and the album's going to be about his love life, and every song's going to have the title of basically every song title is going to be the name of one of his ex-lovers. So he said, like Sierra,
doing that.
And Black China is going to be on there.
That's a messy person.
I wouldn't want to do an album that Future could do. There's not one woman Bow Wow has had that Future hasn't had. So maybe let's not do that.
Yeah, like, are we supposed to be impressed by that? Like, you better pay me to use my name if I were in that situation, which I was not, by the way.
Tell Lil Bow Wow had you.
You gotta tell people these days, by the way.
More unfit for office. I can't remember who the senator is, but whew.
Now, every one of our senators know that when a nominee for the cabinet or sub-cabinet comes before our committee, they're always asked questions by senators. For sure, I do it. Will you respond to our oversight letters, phone calls, or appearing before our committee? And every one of them says yes, but not every one of them, how would you say it? Not every one of them keeps their word, I guess is what I should say. So I suggest to them, if you really want to be honest when you take that oath to answer in an honest fashion, maybe when you get that question asked, will you respond to requests from committee members in our oversight work? You ought to say maybe instead of saying yes.
Woof. Goodness. Woof.
I was about to say, come on, get this thing up.
So that was really long, and this is a really short one from one of our favorites, Ladybug.
Here now is Senator Lindsey Graham, who's the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Got caught booking a booker. Look at me comes on.
Here now is Senator Lindsey Graham, who's the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Was that a booger or he picked them teeth?
Here now is Senator Lindsey Graham, who's the Senate Judiciary Committee.
I don't know.
Lindsey Graham, old nasty.
He picked the booger, and then he was getting a lipstick off his teeth.
Lipstick from what?
From his own lipstick.
Oh. Gotcha.
That first one was that Dick Durbin?
Chuck Crassley.
He sounds like me reading that daggone that Q&A earlier. That's what
I'll say this: our president is 90, so he fits right in.
Not 90. He is not 90.
Ladybug got to go, but that homeboy, he can stay.
And last but not least, is there anything you're less interested in than this?
Hey everybody, I'm Van Jones.
I am Megan McCain.
And we are so excited for you to watch this documentary, The Reunited States.
This is such an important film for everyone to see, no matter which side of the aisle you're on.
It is a powerful testimony to the fact that we can bridge these divisions.
To have someone look at me as if we don't deserve to be respected, it does something to you.
Every person can play a role in trying to pull this country back together.
Please, Jason. That's more boring than Joe Biden's presidency. I can already hear Van Jones crying. Please.
As soon as the show comes on, just tears streaming down.
I think they pay Van Jones to cry. Realistically, I think they're like, Van Jones, we need a tearjerker. I need you to really put it on this time. He's like, yeah, I got you.
He said, tag me in, coach. I can cry.
Yeah, there's no way anybody cries that much. Like, it's just not happening.
Van Jones.
It sounds like a St. Jude commercial. Like, just
what a pairing, right?
Oof.
Listen, Megan, you've done what you need to do. You can go now. Like, there are people who we propped up during when we needed them to, those people can go. There are certain people, we're done. She's one of them.
She's one of them.
Not no documentary. No.
Not interested at all.
No.
The only documentary we want to hear from Megan.
Thanks.
Oh God.
The first clip you'll see in the 2021 Bro Talk Live Award.
Oh, Father in heaven. Whew.
Wait.
Lord have Jesus.
What just happened?
Jason quit.
Ooh, I had to quit. Here come the comments.
Not on Daisy Duke. Oh my Lord.
Oh, thanks all your Daisy Dukes. You muted. It can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
No. I'm sorry. I have on like ball shorts. They're long. They go past my knees. But what happened was
not what we saw.
Not what we saw.
Look, these are long. These are like very long shorts.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what happened was I got this notification that says your laptop is on 5%. It's gonna shut off soon. I said, I gotta get to I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, that was funny. Dex, I don't have a BS report. I don't have an updated BS report one for you today, so I'm sorry. Go ahead. Dex's BS report.
All right, guys. 3 BS report stories really quickly. I tell 3 stories. 2 of these stories are true. One of these stories is 100% false. It's up to you guys and these guys to tell me what's true and what's a lie. All right.
So the rest slow down.
Well, like that's the most I ran in like a year. I'm so exhausted. All right, so Android users, you guys better be careful out there. Android is actually putting out notifications that says that if you don't update your phone as soon as you see the things come up to update it, you're at risk of your phone crashing and you losing everything. So if you see a risk, if you see an update on the Android device, please update your phone. PETA, our favorite people over at PETA, they're saying stop being racist and anti-animal. There's supremacist language that we're using against. Oh, I forgot to change my head. Sorry.
Oh gosh.
There's supremacist language.
Or that one from the start.
Okay, but there's winter white.
You gotta fix the bill. No, other side. Fix it. Bring it back the other way. Other way. There we go. That way. Yeah.
Right. So they're saying we use supremacist language against animals. So like right now we say kill 2 birds with 1 stone. They're saying like maybe we should say free 2 birds with 1 scone or we say like guinea pigs, and they're saying like no, like let's use testing subjects. So that's
skinning cats.
Yeah, you can't do stuff like that. Like we're done with that kind of stuff. That's what PETA's calling for. And then finally, there's a woman who went viral on TikTok because what she decided to do was she found out that her husband or her fiance, was cheating on her with another man. She found out that the man actually is bisexual, so she went and actually got engaged to the man that her husband was cheating on her with. All right, guys, what's true? What's a lie?
You had a lot of examples for that PETA story to be a lie, so I don't think that one's a lie.
I feel like that last story, if it happened in Florida, could be true. But
I mean, that first story was just like a tech advisory. I'm like, okay, I mean,
I'm gonna go with PETA not being true because PETA, they're more into like killing people and throwing stuff and like having like this whole mafia thing where they like shut people down and sue them in court. I could imagine them changing our language too. Honestly, the PETA story is a lie. It's
Wait, are we supposed to be telling the truth or the lie?
You guys have to tell me what the lie is.
You forgot how to play the game?
The lie is number 3.
I'm going with number 3 is the lie because I don't know anything about. Android. I don't know her, but like that sounds like something.
That was number 1. You wasn't listening,
as Ty says, the pores do. So I'm going with that. Android is true. I think PETA is true. That third story, that's got to be a lie. Like there's some technicality in there.
It's 2021 and still we're ignoring the BS report. He said number 3. That was the first story, Bill.
Sorry, what?
William talking about how do I
play? What you said was the first story. But you said it was number 3.
Listen, the man marrying the woman and the other man and the woman. Okay, that's the lie.
He listened. Okay.
Okay. Well, Jason, what did you say? The lie
I said number 3. Same one.
Okay, cool. The lie was actually number 1.
Your tech advice was a lie.
Android, they don't say nothing. They don't care about nothing. It's not Android that said anything. Apple is saying that it's critical to update your phone when you see updates because it'll actually stop from people hacking into your devices. So if you have an Apple phone and you see an update come up, you might want to update it because it's helping to keep hackers out of your information.
That's a lie. QAnon planting stuff on our phones.
The radical left.
And QAnon and Antifa. Go ahead, Dexter. You can do your little stupid thing.
Trying to double dutch in here, trying to get a double
dutch.
That
is Dex's BS report for the week, sponsored by Megxit and
No. Jason said earlier we weren't doing that.
Tuesdays.
I promised them that I would give them 6 mentions.
Tell them next time.
They need to promise us some more cash.
Listen, we're back for more seats. Hopefully you all have had a great break, but I'm sure that you had some seats along the way, especially if you left the house. So who wants to start with the first seat of our new season?
Okay, so I have one really quickly. This is a story that was told to me by a watcher. Dion told me the story that he was in the grocery store and then like somebody was in there. They didn't have a mask on. And then a person started to they got mad at them, but called them out for not wearing a mask and called them a Maskhole, which is what inspired the title of the show today. So I just think I think anybody who's running around here without wearing masks needs to be seated. Now my other seat. So Latoya, who is watching the show, like me and her do a live together on Instagram. And a couple weeks ago, she asked me this question. So the seat's going to go to my mom, obviously. So she asked me this question and it said, like, what's a lie that your parents have told you that you like the biggest lie your parents have told you? And I was like, oh, I don't think I really have one or whatever. And then I thought about it. And like, my mom has to be seated for this. And Toya, you can find her at Chocolate Divinity on all social media platforms or Latoya Charleston on here. So basically, when I was younger, my mom, I would always love steak. I've always loved steak. So I would go to stores or whatever. We would go to restaurants. My mom would be like, what do you want? And I'd be like, oh, I want a steak. And my mom would do this thing where she would always order me steak. I learned when I was in high school, basically, that my mom would actually never order me steak. What she would do is order me a hamburger and tell them not to give the patty or the buns or anything like that and do a side of mashed potatoes and a side of broccoli. And like, I didn't realize how bad that was, that I never knew what steak was until I was in high school. So I have a question for you guys though. Like, my mom has me see this, but I also want to know,
Bill,
what's the biggest lie your parents have ever told, parents or guardians have ever told you guys too? But also I want you guys to give your seats too, but think about that. And in the comments, like, what's the biggest lie your parents have told you guys that you guys believe?
Yeah, I guess we'll come back to that after it's all said and done. Anyone have one off the top of their head that they can remember being lied to about? No, Ty? No, Bill? My parents told me that my dog ran away when they actually just got hit by a car.
Oh, well, that's par for the course for your family, so that's not even.
Of course, it has something to do with an animal, right?
Dying.
Animals dying is
perishing, not dying. Like, die, come on, die. Seriously.
Yeah, you're right. Perish.
All right. Any more seats?
Yeah, I actually have 2 seats. One really quickly to the entire state of Florida. I might as well give it to Houston and Atlanta also. You people are running around like we are not in the middle of a global pandemic. You all are packing out clubs. You all are, there's not a mask in sight. You all are breathing on each other. There are germs just flying about. You all are coughing on each other. And you're wondering why you all are dying at rapid rates.
Ty.
Just put a mask.
Ty, you should be offended, Ty, that Bill didn't prepare for his seat. He clearly just made that up on the spot.
No, I did prepare. I told you all that I had a seat. I wanted to give that one first. So my second seat is going to go to someone with whom I work. They will be on Fox News defending white fragility.
Do y'all think we should have him on the show? Comment yes or no in the comments.
Really break this down for our viewers though, because Will said that we should have this guy on the show. There's a woman that I think we should have on the show too, but Jason said no. But Will thinks that we should have this guy on the show, and I'm like, I don't think it makes any sense. Like, what exactly are we going to talk to somebody about white fragility? Like, who's defending that? Like, what are we going to talk to them about? Do you guys want to see that? You guys want to see us?
See us argue with a white supremacist? No, I don't.
You want to hear the viewpoints of a white supremacist?
No, we're not interested. We're not reading the book. We're not doing anything.
I'd like to hear somebody. White supremacist just isn't enough for me. Like, you got to be in the Klan, like Rand Wizard.
I'm getting some of the lies here for Dex's. I'm wondering what's the biggest lie that people have been told by their parents. Shakima's saying Santa is the biggest one. Vance is trying to speak for me. I did not tell my daughter the fish is still alive. I told my daughter the fish was dead.
You did?
Damn sure did. He flushed down the toilet.
I showed her. I said, "Guppy died."
It was really
and then
sick.
we scooped her out and we flushed her down the toilet together.
And then I called CPS.
There was nothing to mix around about that. The fish was gone.
Traumatized baby.
This is crazy, actually.
John said my mother told me my dog ran away, but gave it away and helped look for it.
That's some toxic shit right there. I don't know where he went.
That's a good one.
Flyers up.
I don't recall any my parents lying to me.
Some reactions to the question: should we have a white supremacist on? Nope. No. Don't give him a platform. F him. No. Hell no. And the derivative next. It's clean sweep. Bad idea.
You guys like to see a woman who praise dances in lingerie? Would you guys be interested in that?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. So my seat is going to go to the dentist. Why is the dentist, every time you go there, like they always try immediately to do the work on you then? Like it's like they don't try to prep you, say, oh hey, next time you come, let's do this and this. It's like, okay, let's get this done now. Are you ready? Do you have time?
Because they know people aren't coming back every 6 months like they're supposed to.
Wait, what kind of dentist you be going to? My dentist asks me, like, what do I want done? And we sit up and make a plan together. Maybe because you probably got good insurance and they want to get it right away. My insurance, they'd be like, yeah, I don't know if you really got the coins for this.
It's a panoramic. So like we all struggling for funds. So maybe the dentist is too. But it's just
they're trying to get people in there and do all the work they can and build that insurance up because they know you're supposed to go every 6 months and people are going once a year, once every 2 years.
It is what it is. These people are responding to this suggestion by Dex. I'm not going to glorify it.
I'm just saying, this is what the people want to see.
Dex, you have a seat. Did you give a seat?
I gave a seat. Remember that long seat I gave?
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're not watching the person in lingerie. As a matter of fact, that person needs a seat. Does that person watch your show? I don't care if you do. You need to sit down.
That's your friend. I don't know her.
I don't know. Listen. Back in the day, if you went to Lincoln, now I'm saying too much.
You said a lot.
You sent the friend request my way, I would accept it. Does not mean I'm your friend, and I probably will promptly unfollow you if I see another
for Dex, for Ty, for Bill.
Another silhouette challenge before it became a thing.
Sean, with the point, praise dance lingerie. I guess it doesn't matter how you do God's work.
William, was that true?
Do you have anything else to promote before we get out of here? We're running late.
Just check my Instagram out. Check out Megxit and Quills. This is my 6th mention of them, so I fulfilled my duties for tonight.
I don't like you in the leader seat.
That's where I belong.
Scoot you over.
Give a shout out to everybody who watched us tonight. We really, really, really do appreciate it.
With William, I want to be next to you
guys.
Okay.
We're down here with Will. This the dream team. I'm down here. we had one show. We've only done one show of the new season, and already, Will, me and you, like we the one that we be making the show already.
We carry it. Hold on, your back hurt.
You bring something.
Okay, store's okay.
You know what store? We carry this thing.
We got to get them. We got to book some massages because.
Yeah, you guys do flashing draws. You're doing your thing.
Ty and us will continue to bring the intelligence while you guys bring the comic relief. We appreciate
it.
But
who you think is up at 11 o'clock at night wanting to see some intelligence? Nobody wants to see it.
They want dummies. For Dex, for Ty, for Bill. This has been another edition.
Jason, they said before we go, play that J-Lo clip if you have it.
They want to see the J-Lo again?
Just one more.